Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin on Friday has blocked the effort to pass a second round of stimulus payments. He argues that stimulus relief needs to be targeted. Senator Josh Hawley tried to get consent, which requires the cooperation of every senator, to pass this bill that will provide $1,200 stimulus payments for individuals who make up to $75,000, which is the exact same language that Congress passed as part of the CARES Act in March. According to the Hill, Senator Josh Hawley said on the Senate floor, "What I'm proposing is what every senator has supported already. What I'm proposing will give working folks in my state and across this country a shot at getting back up on their feet." Now everybody, do you think that Congress should pass more stimulus checks in the second stimulus bill? But guys, frustrations are boiling over as Congress moves closer to a midnight shutdown deadline, with a number of disagreements still hindering a bipartisan deal on a $900 billion stimulus aid package. Democrats have been blaming GOP Senator Pat Toomey's insistence on winding down a key Federal Reserve program as the primary impediment to finishing negotiations. And conservatives are raising alarms about new spending. Once again, folks, our politicians are playing political games again, when they know for a fact that today is the last day to pass stimulus relief and a government spending bill. They must realize that millions of American people need help now. I personally believe that they should pass $1,200 stimulus payments. If you agree with me, then leave a comment down below saying I agree. And be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell. And let's also get this video to 5,000 likes if you think that Congress should pass more stimulus relief.
And mostly because the politics for this align. If early in the year, it wasn't certain, but now with so many provisions expiring after Christmas, including unemployment insurance, the eviction moratorium, and the small business help, those things expiring really puts the pressure, and I believe, as you've heard from Senator McConnell and Senator Schumer and Pelosi, that they're going to get a deal done.
So I mean, I want to say this is deja vu all over again, a little hat tip to Yogi Berra out there. But we've heard these headlines before. There is a real sense of urgency right now because there's a government shutdown that's set to take hold, and now there are lawmakers who are tying government shutdown avoidance to COVID relief. Does that mean that a deal definitely gets done today?
Well, I don't think it means it definitely gets done today. I think you have time, even if the government shuts down today, technically, you have the weekend, and where that really doesn't impact is when.
So everybody, do you think that our politicians in Congress should stop receiving paychecks unless they pass stimulus payments? Over the past 9 months, Congress has gone on paid recess several times already, without ever getting a deal done and helping the American people. Do you think that our politicians should stop getting paid? According to the Hill, under the Senate's rules, any one senator can request to pass a bill, but any other senator can object and block it. Senator Johnson said, "I completely support some kind of program targeted for small businesses. So what I fear we're going to do with this bipartisan package and what the senator from Missouri is talking about is the same thing, a shotgun approach." Johnson added, "We would not have learned our lessons from a very hurried, very rushed early relief packages." Hawley, a potential 2024 presidential contender, has been pushing for Congress to pass a second round of stimulus payments before the end of the year. He teamed up with Bernie Sanders to try to get it done in a 1-week continuing resolution, or as part of a sweeping deal to provide year-end stimulus relief and fund the government until October 1st, which still be negotiated. Congress must pass the agreement or a stopgap bill by the end of Friday in order to prevent a government shutdown. Everybody, tell me what you think is going to happen in Congress. Will the stimulus deal get done? Will they pass a government spending bill to prevent a government shutdown?
Since we're in the holiday season, you won't really see the impact. So really they have until Christmas to get this done. And I really think that because it's in everyone's interest, if you think about it, with the Georgia elections coming up, the senators there are getting attacked in the media about whether or not they're going to get a deal. And so it really would help. I know if McConnell really wants to win those seats.
And according to Politico, House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer and House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy huddled Friday afternoon to talk about a stopgap bill to keep the government open after midnight. Lawmakers said they've been told to hang around for votes late Friday night, with some still hoping for an 11th hour breakthrough on a relief package. Hawley said on the Senate floor, "It's beginning to reach the point of absurdity. It's time for leadership to put on the table what they've got. It's time for them to brief members on what they've got. Here we are up against a deadline with a totally self-inflicted wound." Hawley continued after Senator Ron Johnson objected to his bid for a new round of $1,200 stimulus payments. It's pretty crazy, everybody. It's pretty crazy, everybody. How some politicians in Congress don't want to give to hardworking American people that need help their $1,200 stimulus checks. But luckily, Senator Josh Hawley is not giving up, and he's still trying his best to pass more stimulus relief to the good American people. Tell me what you think of Josh Hawley in the comments down below, folks.
The finishing touches on a new coronavirus relief bill. NBC White House correspondent Kristen Welker is at the White House. Hey, Kristen, good morning.
Hey, Hoda, good morning to you. Lawmakers and White House negotiators are working urgently to try to get a deal to both fund the government and provide COVID relief. The government runs out of its spending authority at midnight tonight, which means it'll shut down if there's no agreement. So they are barreling toward a weekend session. Now, all sides are close, but there are still some critical details that are being hammered out. As it stands, this bill would be roughly $900 billion. It would include direct payments to Americans, likely around $600, weekly unemployment insurance benefits of $300, and billions of dollars to fund struggling businesses and vaccine distribution. So what's not in it? Direct aid to state and local governments set to impact thousands of businesses like restaurants.
Now, everybody, Politico does go on to say that while congressional leaders have struck a deal on the broad outlines of a package that would deliver $600 stimulus payments to many individuals, $325 billion for small businesses, and also $300 a week in unemployment benefits, finalizing a deal has proven stubbornly difficult. After all, Congress has not passed stimulus relief in the past 9 or 8 months. But as unemployment benefits set in the CARES Act are set to expire on December 26th, the day after Christmas, Congress really has no choice but to pass more stimulus relief. Now, Politico does go on to say that a shutdown, which starts at midnight Friday and drags into the weekend, might be embarrassing for Congress but won't have much of an effect. A shutdown that drags into early next week gets more complicated and could shut down services and cause furloughs. Congressional leaders have struck a deal on the broad outlines of a package that would deliver $600 stimulus checks to many individuals and children. Senator Johnson raged against those outlines as he blocked Hawley's proposal, suggesting that conservatives will not appreciate more than $2 trillion in spending being dropped in their laps at the last minute. Tell me who you think is to blame, everybody. Who is to blame for holding back the second stimulus checks, the $1,200 stimulus payments? Is it the Republicans like Senator Johnson or the Democrats like Speaker Pelosi? Thank you for watching, everybody. Until next time, have a great day. And also be sure to subscribe to my channel, click the notifications bell, and let's get this video to 5,000 likes. If you think that Congress should pass more stimulus relief.
Direct aid to state and local governments set to impact thousands of businesses like restaurants, and there's no liability protection for businesses. Overnight, the Washington Post reporting that White House aides intervened Thursday